Greetings and welcome back, Dapplings, to From the Depths, where we are moments away from the fight with the Barracuda, which, again, I don't actually know what it can do, only that it's apparently incredibly terrible, and people have been mocking me, saying, ho, you think you're doing okay? Wait until you face a Barracuda. I am a little bit concerned, because it is a big flyer, and if it's like worse than the Moray, then I'm not even sure what we're going to be able to do. But I have great faith in the Avatar, because I have been massively upgrading it, based on the suggestions from the comments. Now, we're at 0.1 speed because I don't think I can actually show you visually what I've changed until the battle starts. But I'm just going to quickly go over what I've changed so that you know what to look for, so that it's a little bit less chaotic and I can actually focus on the fight primarily. Now, you'll notice that I've split the fleets again. I received information that apparently I can just drag all fleets and enter them into battle. So I've split off the Master Ranger, and I've actually named that the North Erewick Recon, which I think is a nice little idea. Now, the Avatar specific changes, unfortunately, I haven't added in its missile weapon system. I have focused primarily on defense. Now, there are two main things that I've done for this. One, I have massively increased the capability of its engine by expanding it into the cavity that I described in the previous episode. I have just adjusted a little bit of the ammo stockpile as well. I've made it 3 times as large. Basically, I've increased it on either side by 1 tile and filled those up with ammo barrels. But I've also armored the back entirely in metal, and I've added an extra layer of armor along much of the bottom of the vessel just to try and protect against any ammo explosions. Now, that larger engine specifically has allowed me to add numerous shields to this, so I'm hoping that cannon fire is going to be a significantly lower threat to the Avatar. Now, the next and last thing that I changed is I was notified by Troll of Reason that I had a 0 gauge gun. So why was I giving it such a massive range? I'd need the barrel to be about twice as long as it was for a 0 gauge gun to reach that far. With each gauge increase, the barrel effect is multiplied, the larger shells can travel further, so on and so forth. I was honestly under the impression that I had 2 gauge increases, and in fact I replied as such. I was like, well, weren't you watching the video? Clearly I have it as a 2, it's not a 0 gauge cannon. In actual fact it was. Now I've already apologized for my mistake there. The reason that happened is while I was building it, at some point I must have come out of build mode to just check that it could still rotate without catching itself internally and losing some of its 360 degree arc of fire. And when I went back to building, I failed to go back to building on the turret and was building on the hull, and placed 2 gauge increases anchored to the actual hull, like either side of where the turret was actually anchored, along the metal beam down there, without actually applying them to the turret. Now, the reason why I missed that, and this is a little bit of a bug, is I was holding down shift, and I imagine that shift had something to do with this, because I was replacing 2 armor-piercing warheads. The result was I was able to place the gauge increases over the same space as the 2 armor-piercing warheads without the armor-piercing warheads colliding with it or being removed. So, as a result, bit of shenanigans there. In fact, I'll see if I can replicate that at the end of this just to demonstrate what I mean. But I think it's high time that we get into this battle. There's been a lot of build-up, and I'm quite worried about it. Both of you need to come into this fight. Right, okay, let's speed time up, and we'll see what we can do. In fact, speed time up more. Right, there we go. Now, the other thing, a lot of people pointed out, well, Avatar? Avac, the Avatar, why were you playing with 6.9 thousand blocks? We know your computer can handle more. In fact, yes, it absolutely can. This caught me off guard quite badly. Now, the original time that I was playing with this, it was at 20,000k in, 20,000k, no, 20k in the last video, and I dropped it down. I was just exploring what it could do. But then it would only allow me to push it back up to 6.9k because I assume that's all of the blocks that were comprised, that's all the blocks that the ships in either fleet were comprised of. So it'll only allow me, in fact, it'll only let me go up to 18,000 blocks here, so that's almost certainly what happened. I was simply under the impression that it would have put it back to 20k for each battle, but it didn't. It limited to the 6.9, I just didn't notice. That was entirely my fault, but it was a mistake. I prefer the battles to be big if we can handle it. Now, I'm going to move around this spawn order, since we look like we'll probably be able to get all of them in. The Avatar in first. In fact, I should really make the Avatar the flagship of this fleet. The Abaya in third, so it can provide heals to the Avatar, possibly. Master Ranger in second, though, because it's actually quite a potent weapon. And the Sobex and the Eric Martins in third. I think yes, we're about ready. Let's begin this battle. I've been talking far too much, and I'm actually really excited to see what we can do. Now, I should be on the way. Right, you're over there. I want to go and see you. Also, I don't want to be anchored to you. Okay, where are those two little ships? Can I see you? Where are the two? There's the little ship. Oh, you get. Wait. Oh, my lord. Are you a flying aircraft carrier? Oh, that's glorious. That's also kind of frightening. Okay, you've got... Have you got a cannon? You've got a cannon. What have you got? Because not all of you look the same. Whoa. What on earth just happened there? Have we already taken out... Oh, no, we haven't taken... I thought we'd already taken out the Barracuda. I was like, really, guys? You made me afraid this much and we've, like, taken it out with one shot? No, we've damaged 2 of its kin, but it's repairing. That's fantastic. Now, actually, that reminds me of something. One of my commentators has been begging me, literally just incessantly nagging and begging in the comments, for me to build a aircraft carrier is just being flat out saying, I'm just going to keep posting this until you build one, or until you at least tell me why you won't. Now, the problem is, their Google Plus settings won't let me tell them anything. I can't directly reply. I've done my best. The Google Plus privacy settings just disallow direct replies. If they were to reply to me, like post in a comment thread that I started, I'd be able to talk to them. But they don't. They just make a new comment and then moan about me not being communicative over why I'm avoiding making a aircraft carrier. Now, to put your mind at rest, first and foremost, I will. I absolutely intend to. But I'm not going to just make a normal aircraft carrier. That's incredibly boring. I intend to make an aircraft carrier sub, and I'm going to call it the Atlantis, after the sub in Supreme Commander. It's going to be grand. It's going to be absolutely enormous. It's going to be this Leviathan that just pokes its head up, releases a massive wing of fighters, and then ducks back down to build more. However, that's not going to be something I build for a little while. My god, this battle is chaotic and it's glorious and just amazing. Look at all the lasers going on. The Avatar is doing a bloody good job of shooting down missiles, I imagine. So yes, I am absolutely going to be building an aircraft carrier in time, not straight away. I hope this answers your question. Please, please, please change your Google Plus privacy settings so that I can reply to you in the future. Don't ask a question, then moan that you don't get an answer if you don't let people reply to you. I realize you probably don't realize that that's the problem, but I have actually sent you messages on your YouTube. I've sent you YouTube PMs. Pretty much every method that I have of contacting you saying, hey, I can't reply to you directly, but here's the answer. And you've literally ignored it for like 4 months and just been nagging me. So this, finally I remembered in a video to mention it because there's another aircraft carrier. Ours will be much better than this, by the way, because that one just got taken down way too easy. Seriously. Why was I worried? Why did you guys fill me with fear? I've honestly been dreading this engagement. Mind you, the Avatar is a lot better than the Sobex and the Abaya were when people were giving me this advice. Ooh, AI's dead. 7 seconds. Here's my chance. Oh my lord. I really need to get out there. Go. Let me out. Must get over there. Charge! Come back to me. No, don't die. Let me off this stupid ship. Don't despawn, please. Oh my god, don't despawn. I'm coming. Please stay. No. Let me on. You're mine. I love you. Come back. No. Ah, scallywags. So close. Clearly I didn't love it enough. It is left. It's gone somewhere where it will be appreciated more and not shot. I can accept that. I was showing my love in a rather unconventional way with bullets, or rather, the Avatar was. Honestly, I think it just skedaddled as fast as it could because it could see the Avatar bearing down, and it's like, I heard what you did to the Plunderer. I'm not going to be killed by drowning. No. I choose to just despawn. But there we are. Looks like we won. That wasn't so hard. I say full of self-confidence when really I have no right to be confident. Right, let's actually have a look at our forces. Really? We got out of that without any damage? I mean, I know things were taking damage. I can see the damaged blocks, but we were repairing very quickly. Okay, well, now we've got a little bit of time to properly demonstrate what I've done. So let's go over that, shall we? Down here, we have the larger ammo stockpile. Now, I haven't really made all of it very pretty. I've done a little bit there, for example. But most of it I've just built using prefabs. Here we are. This is the much expanded engine. We still have ammo processors. Probably don't need them, if I'm perfectly honest, but we've got them. I need to add more spikes. That is on my list of things to do so that it can actually properly annihilate things when it hits them, and even spikes underneath as well. I think spikes underneath would be grand. Now, at the top, you can see we had 3 shields previously. We now have 5, and all of the shields are much more powerful, much larger, much wider than they were before. Many of them are projected a little bit further out than they were before as well. Our cannon has been expanded to account for the larger barrel. Also, I noticed it was getting shot up a little bit last time, so I expanded it out a little bit, so it's a lot harder now to hit the firing piece. It's got a little bit more armor around, and it's also got its own shield that will rotate with it. Okay, right, well, the avatar is now fully fixed. As you can see, we have got the cannon, everything is repaired. I think it is high time that we actually fix up some of these side weapons. I think the rest of this episode is going to be dedicated to that. But first and foremost, oh, actually, you know what? You can stay in. I'm going to pull you out of play. There we go. You do your thing. And Avatar, I like you guys. Actually, Avatar, can you be made the flagship? There we go. There we are. Fantastic. Abaya, from now on, you go behind the Avatar. No? Is that going to work? I'm not sure why it won't work, but apparently it won't. Are you just swapping position? Oh, wait. I need to pull you all out. There we are. There we go. Right, the Avatar is going to lead the charge in the future. We are going to come down here. We're going to start cleaning up some of these areas. We're going to have another big old fight. Before I add its main guns on, I want to do a little bit more damage and also get a little bit more metal as well. Let's drive the Avatar down here. We'll leave the Master Ranger up there. We don't need it at this point. And we'll just see what we can do against this 38 force. Now I'm not so worried about any of the crazy fleets that the Deepwater Guard can throw at us. The Avatar seems capable of taking them out without even having a full complement of its main weapons. Also, I kind of want to get away from that crazy storm that's just been following me around for the last 2 episodes. I suspect that this region specifically. Right, let's actually move you over here. I'd like to have a bit of a better idea of what's going on over there. Right, what have we got? We have got probably nothing. An urchin, flying squirrel, really, a scuttle gun, and another urchin. Okay. Well, let's have a fight then. There we go. I would very much like the Avatar down here. The Abaya right behind. The Sobex fairly close as well so that they can get into this fight right away. That looks like a good setup. Let's go ahead. Let's actually see how that affects things. Yeah, it's clearly that. Interesting. I think it should actually reset to what your default is, but oh well. And let's unhook. See how the Avatar deals with the flying squirrel, which is just going to be annoying, isn't it? More than likely. The Avatar is going to try and shoot the flying squirrel over anything else. Because it has a very, very high priority on anything in the air. Flying squirrel. You scallywag. On the plus side, some of my heat-seeking rockets are actually going for other things, and the Abaya is going to be torpedoing them, so that's also good. Let's see how those bounce off. Really? You're just shelling me with shrapnel. Disapprove. Probably going to take forever to hit this out of the sky. We really do need some very, very fast-firing, short-range, extremely quick and agile rockets, basically, to try and take down little things like that. Oh, no, never mind. It got clipped. Goodbye, flying squirrel. The Avatar's like, I'll teach you, scallywag. And it looks like it's now just going to annihilate these fleets over here. I could tell it to stop firing, but I actually don't care too much about collecting these fleets. These little tiny ships. Wow. That AA gun is already remarkably OP for just killing ships. I'm really quite... I mean, I'm just being lazy now about not adding the other guns because the Avatar doesn't need them. I should add them. I will. going to be even more bonkers when I do. I think we've got a ship right now that, like, 2 of these could probably wipe out the Deepwater Guard, I imagine. Or at least when it's fully set up. Torpedoes, missiles, and broadside cannons. Very well done, though, Avatar. I approve. It is time to move on to the next destination, which should be over here, I would say. Okay, then. Right. Now, whilst we're on our way to our next destination, I think the very next thing that we really need to build on is our anti-air missile system. Now, I'm thinking of... I've deleted what we had before because realistically, it occurred to me that having that much armor around, whilst it looked grand, would actually impact on how the turret could pitch. So, we're going to go with something else. Now, we are going to have nice red colouring for it, but we are going to try and redesign it just a little. Let's have something like this to start with. Then we'll go with yellow and this. Of course, I could use a mirror line to make this significantly faster. I am a derp. Always, always a derp. Right, okay, there we go. I really wish those 2 blocks would go away. You know what? Get rid of you guys. Be gone. Be gone from my sights. Go. Go. Okay. Go. Aha! Okay. Right, back to building. Now, I'm thinking... Unfortunately, we're not... It's going to be really awkward to get an AI really close to this. I could build one directly underneath, but that would reduce the armor on the whole bridge. So what I'm thinking is we could actually have this be one of the very few instances of an AI which has a wireless transmitter. We could build the AI back there. Kind of would be interesting, actually. I'm almost tempted to just leave this there because it's kind of an interesting little detail. It serves no purpose, but it looks cool. Right, we want a turret. We want a regular turret, and we want it pointing forward. Oh, you gads, it doesn't seem to like this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, please. Stop. 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 I'm sorry. Why? Can you please? No? No, I don't think it likes this. You know what? Let me quickly stop the avatar's forward motion. It might be that. Oh, no. No. Maybe. No, absolutely not. Okay. You know what, Avatar? That's not what I want to do. We want you... Stop. Just for a moment. Does that fix it? No. No, it has not. Oh well. We're just going to have to hope that we can fix it somehow. Maybe if I just remove these... Okay, well, apparently it really dislikes being built down like that. Alright, I guess. Don't like it, but I guess there's nothing I can do about that. Let's go ahead and actually build this up in a way then. We need better colors. There we go. Then we could perhaps build the AI block down here. But first we want to use a metal block just to provide a platform to build our turret. Oh, there. Okay, that's happy. Now, is it going to throw wobbly when we do this? That is the important question. Can we place this down here about there? Yes, we can. Fantastic. Also, we will then put a wireless transmitter. We'll have a wireless receiver and pitch it backwards. Oh dear. It's not happy. It's really not happy. Why? Why are you so unhappy? My lord, you're finicky. There? Is that okay? Are you alright with this? Egad. Right, okay. Now, this little system is going to be fairly inexpensive, I'm thinking. I think it's also going to be pretty exposed. Oh, you know what? I could just put the AI on this. It might even look nicer like that, thinking about it. I know I'm going back and forth. I do apologize. But aesthetics trumps everything else. I'm not too worried about taking my time getting down there now or getting pulled into a fight, because I'm fairly confident in the ability of the avatar to win any battle it's in. Now, we want missiles. We want missile connector. I wouldn't mind it being red. I'm going to bring it back about that far. We are then going to do this. Take it out about that far. Now, this is going to be a very, very lopsided design, and it's going to be a lopsided design intentionally. Right here, I want a staggered fire. We'll make you yellow, though. So there we are. We'll put it up to 0.3. We want no color on a missile controller. Ah, really? You're really going to be like that? Okay, fine. I'll build you out, because I know you'll work as long as I put you there first. I really wish that that wouldn't happen. Like, if it doesn't want me to be able to build something, that's fine. But then disconnect it if I try to build it. Because effectively, I am glitching my way through it. Let me be very clear. I'm not blaming the game for my ability to glitch it. I'm more or less blaming myself for being willing to glitch. But, well, it's really hard to resist when it makes things look so interesting. Let's see. AI, weapon controller. And we'll have you this way. Just ideally, what I would like is if this is a valid thing once built, why have the restriction that it needs something underneath? Because it can clearly just connect in the front like that. It would be nice if it would work that way. Now we want the wireless transmitter. Wireless receiver, rather. We want to point it back that way. So there we go. So we've got our little AI working on here. Oh, wait, is that not going to be able... Ooh, it's not going to be able to control the turret. Of course. Of course. That is a slight oversight on my part. Wait. I can fix this. Well, actually. I can kind of fix it. Won't be as neat, though. Because right now the turret isn't working. No, I think I'm going to have to put this underneath. Unfortunately, and that is a real shame, because I would have really liked it to go there. But I don't think that's going to stop me making this an interesting design anyway. There's a lot of back and forthing, but sometimes that's going to be the case, I'm afraid. And hopefully it'll always end up with a better overall result. Now, we are going to want... Let's go to missiles. We want missile blocks. I think we're going to need about 4. For what I'm planning. There we go. Then I want to go back to having no color and a missile laser emitter pointing at the front. There we go. I guess I could add just a little bit of metal on this just for the sake of making it look interesting. But I know I'm effectively making a vulnerable system. It's kind of by design that I'm making a vulnerable system. There we are. It's kind of a lopsided one. And again, I know. I'm doing this intentionally. I kind of like the idea of having it slightly asymmetrical. Yes, I know. Me saying that I want something asymmetrical. Where is Avak and what have I done with him? But it is true that occasionally a little bit of ordered chaos is quite appealing to look at. There we go. Got a simple little weapon system. Now, I want this to be fast. I also want it to be able to turn well. I could have 2 short range, 2 fuel tanks. I'd lose the target prediction guidance. But this might be enough. It's going to be a short range, fast turning, I hope. Might not be able to. We'll have to see. Let's add a fragmentation warhead on there. Drop it to about 25-ish. Sign design. To all things. Okay. Alright, let's come out of this. And quickly... Ah! What? What? I don't even... There we go. Hello, my beauty. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Very much like you to just fire out into the distance for me. Okay, you're not really going anywhere, are you? No. I need something to aim at. That is unfortunate. I really want to know how far out you can go. So, just for the time being, we're going to take this away. We're just going to add a 1 turn on it. Just so it'll basically just plow straight forward. And... fire. How far out am I going? Distance from launch pad. Only 500. But I'm hoping that maybe this is going to enable it to hit small, fast-moving targets. So more or less all I needed is a simple little thing that can hit very quick-moving little annoying things like the squirrel. So, yeah, okay. I'm alright with this. Laser designator. Right. This backward-facing laser will follow the beams of the missile laser block, useful for engaging fast air targets, as the laser does not have to be pointed at the target until the terminal stages. Okay, we'll use that one. And we'll see how this does. Completely untested. Absolutely untested. Oh dear. Oh dear. What have I done? Please stop now. Okay, that's better. Okay, I need to get back down here now. Now, I just need to hook this up to an AI. Now, the thing is, how am I going to do that? I could have the AI weapon controller down here. If I take this away... yeah, alright. We'll try this. We'll take away your color. There we go. Then we will... wireless receiver. I don't really want it blocking my view, so we'll just accept this. There. And then we want 2 regular metal blocks. Now that has introduced a vulnerability, I'm well aware. And I am accepting that vulnerability just so things look good. And I know how stupid that is. But, well, that's the way I roll. Now, maximum range, 500. Generally, engage minimum altitude to engage. Let's say you're not allowed to engage anything below 25. Should be good. Now I just need to set up an AI to control it. That AI can live back here. So I want AI mainframe. Left and right. We want aim point selection. I'm not sure if aim point selection is really necessary with a missile, but we'll have one anyway. Again, we want that. We want it to be fairly aggressive, in fact massively aggressive on anything in the air. And generally prioritize anything that's fast. So the faster it is, the more likely it is to try and target it. Anything with any kind of propulsion, very, very high priority. There we go. And the last thing we need is just a wireless transmitter. You know, we'll set this up on transmission 3, on channel 3. Same here. Alright, I think that's more or less sorted. Yes, it is lopsided. No, I don't care. It's kind of the aesthetic. That's what we're aiming for. We're looking for a little lopsided missile launcher. It's kind of glorious in a way. I could add a few more things if I really wanted to, but I'm not sure I do. Well, actually, yeah, I do. Let's give it a little bit of a helping hand by adding an ejector. There we go. There we are. Glorious. Hopefully that's going to be able to shoot down things like flying squirrels. That's my goal. Right, that's it. We've added a new weapon system onto the avatar. Perhaps we will actually have a... Oh, where on earth are you going? Specifically told you to get over here and fight. Right, we're going to pull them out. We're going to get them into a fight, and that's going to be the end of this episode. I'm actually pretty pleased with what we've achieved so far. You can actually move a little bit closer. I'm fairly happy with how things stand. We'll just drive you forward. I don't think we're going to be stuck up on behind. Right, there we go. Let's slow things down. What have we got down here? We've got just a wee paddle gun and an urchin. I very much doubt they're really going to be able to stand against us. We'll give them a chance, though. Go on, then. That's good enough for me. Push that all the way up. 12,000. Wow, really? 12,000. Oh, it's because I've added blocks. Of course. Right, let's see how quickly this battle is over with. Now, unfortunately, I can control that missile accidentally, so I'm going to have to be aware of that. Where are the enemy? There they are. Why are we going that way? Now then, let's just get in close. Okay, you're already engaging. Are we engaging? Yes, we are. Okay, fair enough. You're just shooting regular shots. I very much doubt it's going to make any difference to us, but let's have a watch. Quite a lot of them are being reflected. A lot of them are being reflected. You taking much damage yet? You are taking a lot of damage. Most of your shots are now missing. You're just being pelted. There's very little that you're going to be able to do about that. The amount of bullets that we can bring to this fight is honestly a little bit obscene, even with the doubled firing delay. Explosive bullets being bounced. Good times. We're helping out with healing. And oh, we got a level up. Fantastic. AI is dead. It's now your turn to be killed. There we go. Honestly, the avatar is making these fights just hopeless for the enemy. I think we're probably going to push and start aggressively claiming resource nodes. I think we're almost at that point now. We've got a large amount of metal. We've almost got enough metal to build another avatar. And I'm not at all afraid to do so. I would be more than happy to build another avatar. We'll just take the two of them. It would be glorious. But that is the end of this episode, I'm afraid. We've got another 2 points. What are we going to put them in? Let's put them into mining. There we go. But yes, that's the end of this episode. I do hope you've enjoyed seeing the avatar and it's all its new and upgraded glory, and it's now got a new weapon system that we haven't yet been able to test, but I'm sure we'll get to test it very, very soon. In the coming episodes, no doubt we will finish off the guns on the sides. They are all going to be the same gun, so really we're only going to need one design. I'll probably have a mirror going on, so we'll be able to build pairs at a time, and then I'll use prefabs to copy them along, and all will be grand. I am more or less set on the idea of having them be fixed turrets, fixed firing pieces rather than turrets, because it's going to allow me to build them up a bit more, because I'm not going to have to worry about their internals having to have enough room to rotate. I can just have a 45-45, that is 45 degree azimuth, 45 degree elevation angle on each of the 3 cannons on each side, and just have them incredibly powerful. Short, stubby barrels, but with incredibly powerful shells being fired. I think that will make the avatar quite a danger. We may also reserve enough room in the internal compartments here to build torpedoes. I quite like the idea of having the avatar have almost all of the weapon systems. Well, we've got lasers, I suppose. We've got laser missile defense, but, you know, obviously not an offensive laser. But that is going to be it from me. I do hope you've enjoyed and will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.